I went to bed last night feeling pretty disenchanted with YouTube and Google, and I woke up this morning still feeling that way. So I want to share some of my feelings with you guys. So what's happening right now is that they demonetized my video with the chocolate peanut butter sheet cake, the one that I just put up this past Monday. They had no reason to demonetize that video because the video was clean. So were the title, description, and the hashtags. I've been doing the cooking channel. October the 23rd will make 6 years, and not once have I ever had a video demonetized because you guys know that I run a pretty clean show there. I don't use any cuss words. I put on a show that children can watch with grandparents, that people from all religious affiliations can watch, and also, you know, even if you don't belong to a religion, you can watch my show and not be offended. So I don't know why the robots, you know, zapped that video. So I looked through the video again to make sure there were no slip-ups and stuff in it. And then I went to the comments and I found this cute comment that Cess put. Now, Cess, please don't think that I was upset with you when I replied to your comment. I just wanted people who were visiting my site, other YouTubers, to see things that will get you, you know, red flagged and demonetized. Because I really do believe that it's that comment that got me demonetized. And I was going to share the comment here because it was nothing. It was pretty innocent. But Joe warned me not to share it here because, you know, it'll give the trolls, you know, food for thought, and I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is probably go live later this evening, and when our little group comes in, I'll discuss what happened so that we can, you know, be compliant, because I can't be getting my cooking videos demonetized, because if that starts happening, I'll just quit. Let me tell you, doing YouTube is not easy. And I'm going to rant for a little bit right now because this is the way I feel. And I want you guys to know that I'm not Mary Poppins. You know, I'm not Maria from The Sound of Music. I'm not always happy. Sometimes I am down. And sometimes I do feel discouraged. And I'm in one of these little discouraged moments right now. Because for one, when you do YouTube, you guys know that you have to come up with the idea. First of all, nobody gives me the ideas. I have to come up with these ideas. Then I have to execute these ideas, especially for the cooking channel. I have to sit down and plan out how am I going to record the video. Do I want to start from the ending to the beginning? Do I want to go from the beginning to the ending? Do I want to do narration? Do I want to do voiceovers? Do I just want somebody to have the camera following me and do it vlog style? Do I want the camera on the stand and put two cameras and do cutaways? It just all depends, you know, on the mood that I'm in and the energy that I have. So when I do all of that, then I have to edit the video. And sometimes if I don't get to editing the video the same day I record it, it becomes a chore. I don't want to do it. Little things that you might not think of, you know, when you're doing YouTube, like I have to watch everything that I eat because for one, I don't want to get any fatter so I can look fatter on camera. And for two, my skin always has to look clean. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but my skin very seldom has any blemishes on it because I have to eat clean. I can't be eating all these sugars and stuff like that. That's why I can't do the mukbangs as often as I'd want to do the mukbangs because that's a lot of bad eating if I'm not eating what's here, right? So, you know, people don't think about that type of stuff. My hair always has to look did. I have to brush my teeth more often than anybody ever brushes their teeth because, you know, I don't want to talk to you guys with stuff in my teeth. So, you know, I even had to talk to the dentist about that. Am I brushing my teeth too much? Because there's such a thing. And he says, as long as you're using soft bristles and you don't brush for too long, you're okay. So there are a lot of things that you have to do when you're doing YouTube that people don't think about. And then to get very little monetary reward for it, and then to get your money taken away because some robot didn't like some comment. And Joshua's like, well, how can they zap you for a comment, Mom? You can't control the comments people put on your page. And I'm like, yeah, this is getting really old. I told Joe this morning, if this car business was holding its own, I would quit YouTube. Honestly, maybe I'd put up a couple vlogs a week and that's it, and I would quit everything else because I'm tired. That video had 300 views just about, you know? So anyways, let me tell you what happened. I replied to Cess's comment last night and went to bed all, you know, angry. Not at you, Cess. Please know that it's not at you. It was at Google and YouTube. And I woke up this morning and I made the video unlisted because, oh, let me tell you, you can ask for a manual review of your video, but they're not going to give you one unless your video gets to 1,000 views in 7 days. Now, you all know my videos don't do that. At the cooking channel, I'm lucky to get 350 or 400 views in the first week, and that's it. It sits there and it simmers for a long time, and maybe one of them will get to 1,000 views eventually. Now, other YouTubers that are big, that are making the coins, will say, well, why are you complaining, Barbara? You know, if you're not making 1,000 views on your video, you're not making any money anyways. I don't look at it that way. Because in the 30-day period, YouTube or Google will add up all the views of all the videos, and it'll give you a set amount of views for the month. So maybe I get 130,000 views a month, which brings in, you know, a couple hundred to $200 to $250 off of that channel. So yeah, it's worthwhile for me to continue doing that. I could pay a few bills here, don't you think? So I want my videos to be able to get their views. There are a lot of videos at the vlog channel that I won't even turn on the monetization because I maybe have somebody facing it that I didn't get permission from, or maybe I put, you know, somebody else's music that I really wanted to put for you guys to enjoy the video. But at my cooking channel, I don't play because that's where we make the money, you know? So it really angered me this morning. Oh, let me get back to the store. I'm getting sidetracked. So, Joe, somebody's calling the house phone. Could you see who it is, babe? It could be somebody calling about the car. You have to run, though. If you walk that slow, you're not going to get there in time. Whenever the phone rings in the bedroom, I know how to get there in 3 rings. Anyways, when I made the video unlisted this morning, because I already went and re-edited it, I put my little cartoon logo in front of the video to make it longer, so I just changed the frame, and I was going to re-upload it and just name it Peanut Butter Sheet Cake and put on a different thumbnail and just, you know, re-upload my video, and I was going to delete that one. When I went back in to re-upload, miraculously, the monetization was back. And I think it's because the comment went away. And I didn't remove the comment. I don't know if Seth removed the comment, but I did not remove the comment. Joe, who was it, babe?
Try to sing a soul line in Spanish.
Oh my God, I got something in the mail where it says that if you were solicited by Solar City since I think 2012 to 2016, you are in a class action suit. I'm like, yes. Those people came to my house and that man was a pig. He tried to snow us into getting that solar panels and stuff like that. I hate these solar people. This is my thought process. If you have a good product, you don't have to sell it that hard. All right? So if somebody's trying to sell you something really hard, it's because they don't have a good product. All right? So solar to me is not a good product right now because they're trying to sell it too hard. 20 years, a 20-year contract, 20 years of my life wasted in solar? I don't think so. Anyways, that was my little mini rant. I'm so glad that I went live at the cooking channel today because about 11 of you came on and you guys just have a way of cheering me up and lifting me up that I feel a whole lot better right now. So let me run through quickly what we've gone through with this car today. So you guys know the car looks beautiful now. You guys know it's not a car, right? It's an SUV. So the SUV looks beautiful right now, so I'm getting a lot of hits. So bright and early this morning, this person hit me up through Craigslist wanting to come see the car. When I asked what time they wanted to come, they're like, what time is good for you? I'm like, now. And they're like, well, I have something to do, so I can come in the next hour. So that should have been no later than 10 o'clock in the morning, right? Crickets, that a person just went to Crickets. So later on, like around midday, like around noon, this guy calls me up and he had like a thick accent and I didn't know what the accent was. I knew that it wasn't Spanish, it didn't sound French, it didn't sound German. To me, it sounded Pakistani. And he's like, can I come see the car? I'm in LA. I'm like, you know, it's going to take like an hour to an hour and a half to get out here right now. Do you still want to come? And he's like, yes, I want to come. And so he came to see the car. It turned out that he was a Russian guy. And I think he is buying and selling cars like what we're doing, flipping cars. And I think he thought he was going to come meet just a chick, you know, me. And that he was going to like put me down on my price and buy something for cheap and go back and flip it and sell it. And I don't understand where people get off when you settle on the price on the phone and they get here and they still want to go lower on the price when there's nothing wrong with the vehicle, right? So he wasn't rude or anything, but I'm kind of glad he didn't bite because his accent was so thick that I don't even know how we would have gotten through the paperwork. So I didn't come home with any regrets from him. After we came back home, the girl called again. Now I found out that it was a girl. And she's all like, I want to come see the car. Can you come see the car? I'm like, when do you want to come? You're playing games? I told her, I said, I'm showing this car to anybody that comes. And whoever comes with the money first is who's going to get the car. So she was trying to set up a time again. By then, another guy called. And he sounded like a black guy on the phone. I'm only estimating by these accents, okay? But he was real chill, real cool. And we settled on a price and everything on the phone. And he says, I'm coming back from LA. So I don't know, if he lives here and he went to LA or he works in LA or whatever. And when I get in, I want to come see it this evening. And I said, okay. So I sent him a text and I said, hold on to this number when you get off the freeway. If you want to come see it, let me know you did. Crickets. Have not heard from that guy. I was really kind of excited for him because we already settled on the price on the phone. So meanwhile, the girl calls again, the one from this morning. And she's like, I want to come see the car right now, blah, blah, blah. And then she ends up not coming. This is like around 3:30. So by then another guy called and his name is Al. No, he sounded like an old white guy. No, I'm just going by sounds because these people sometimes they show up and they're nothing like I hear on the phone, okay? So the guy is all the way in Menifee, which is like a couple of hours away from here with traffic. And he says, I better come in the morning. And I said, well, I'll let you know tonight if I still have the car because the other guy, Gary, seemed like he was legit. And so I said, if he buys the car, I'll let you know so you don't waste your time. And so he's like, okay. Then he calls me back after an hour and he goes, did Gary come? And I told him the truth. I said, I haven't heard peep out of Gary. I said, people will flake out all the time. So he says, well, why don't you let me come now? And I said, well, that's like 2 hours. When are you going to get here? So he says, like a little bit after 6 from the time that he called. I'm like, okay, come on then. I said, it's going to be getting dark by then. And, I want you to see what you're buying because I don't want you to be mad in the morning, which the car looks good. Joe really did a good number with the paint. So anyways, the guy says, okay, let me get dinner out the way and then I'm going to come. Dinner? How long is that going to take? So by then the crazy girl finally said, meet me. So when I was in my live, she was the one that called and she says, I'm going to come right now, I'm going to leave. She should have taken 20 minutes to get to the location. We got there. We waited 20 minutes. We got there. We had to wait another 20 minutes for her. I called her right at the 20-minute mark. I'm like, where are you? Oh, I'm just getting on a 10. I'm like, you said you were leaving. I didn't have to be sitting out here in this parking lot, So she came. She was skinny. Oh my God. That little girl, I don't know how she's walking. And so she came with just like her little daughter, her little 10-year-old daughter. I'm like, does she know it's not safe to go meet people about a car? I mean, just because you talk to a girl doesn't mean that a girl's going to show up, right? So, of course, she gets out the car and she's like, all I have is like 2021. I'm like, no, that's not what we settled on. They always want to pay me less than I paid for the car because I had to put a lot of money into this car. So I'm like, no, we didn't settle on that. And she's like, well, I'm going to go talk to my brother-in-law. I said, look, I don't have time to waste. I already told you since this morning when you were wasting my time that I am only dealing with legit people who want to buy because I have enough people interested in the vehicle right now than to waste time with you having to go borrow money from your brother-in-law. When I went to go buy my Tahoe, the guy told me the price is $38. Don't come up here and try to like jip me even off of $1 because it's not going to fly. So if you know you're coming all the way from Fontana to Chula Vista, make sure that you have my money. That's somebody about the car. Hold on. Usually when the two phones ring like that, the landline and the cell phone, it's because somebody is calling the Google number because the number is attached to both phones. And usually that's pertaining to the cars that we're selling. But that time just now, it was State Farm calling to tell me that the registered owner for the car that hit me had insurance, and they gave me all the information to call their insurance to start the claim through there. So it's almost it's at the end of 2 weeks already, and barely they got a letter saying that they had insurance. The lady said if I find out that they didn't have the insurance because it lapsed for whatever reason, then call back State Farm and then they would kick in through the uninsured motorist. So I still don't know what's going to happen with this thing, but at least now we found out that they supposedly had insurance. So where was I? Talking about the guy, Al, the guy that wanted to come from Menifee. He just texted me right now because I told him, don't come, it's too dark, what are you going to see? And so he asked me if he can come early in the morning, and I want him to come super early because I have to leave here to go down to the food festival. I'm going to go. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to pray a hedge of protection around me and my family, and I'm going to go. It's going to be me and Joe and Jada for sure, and I think Josh might go, and I think Louis might go. I'm not sure. We're still working out the stuff about what's going to happen and who's going to go. And Joshua told me if any of my viewers are there and they come up to me, because sometimes the viewers will come up to me and they'll go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they act that way, and I'll go, okay, calm down. Where do you know me from? Because sometimes they know me from my parents, because my parents were pretty popular in Belize, but most of the time they know me from the show. And so I usually like calm them down and then ask them where they know me from, and then we go from there. Joshua says no. Whenever they approach me, if they're acting all crazy like that, I need to start acting crazy like, yeah, so that I can attract attention so people can think I'm popular or famous. I'm like, Joshua, are you going to scream like that? He goes, no, but you should do it. So anyways, Still have not heard from the guy Gary, but I heard back from the guy Al. So I still don't know who's going to end up with this car, but it's pretty exciting when you have a whole lot of people that's interested in the car. But usually if you see somebody show up and they don't come with like a driver to drive back the car, you know they're not going to buy it. Because people that are serious about buying a car, they're going to bring a driver with them so that they can have somebody drive back their car or the car that they bought, right? So anyways, good night, guys. Give me a thumbs up. I'm going to try to upload something tomorrow night with the festival. I'm going to try to vlog as much as I can over there because these things, sometimes they don't like you to have selfie sticks and stuff. So I'm going to do my best. Whatever I get, I'm going to put up tomorrow night. Hopefully, if not, you'll see it Sunday morning, okay? I'll see you guys. Bye. Remember the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and everything else. Ta-ta! Yeah, Daddy, yun ay kimono. Yes, papa?